So for most of my life, I did not know I had ADHD. I thought I just had a lot of interests, and I thought I was scatterbrained and honestly kind of disorganized. I thought I was someone that had a lot of ideas, just not enough time. But as I have gotten older, I realized that these were not just personality traits. These were symptoms of ADHD. If you know me personally, then you know that if we get into a conversation, I can take one topic and turn it into multiple topics. My brain is always making different types of connections. And sometimes that is a superpower, but sometimes it's not. So I can start researching one thing, and 3 hours later, I'm somehow looking at something else. And honestly, I don't even remember how I even got there. I'm not sure if you guys have heard this phrasing before, but it's called paralysis by analysis. And that's something I really struggle with. It's not necessarily that I have issues coming up with different ideas. I have too many ideas sometimes. I can think of multiple businesses, about 20 different YouTube videos that I want to do, so many other things that I should be doing. But then suddenly I get so overwhelmed and I don't know where to start. When I don't know where to start, I don't start at all. I used to beat myself up a lot for that. I would literally think, well, what's wrong with you? Just start the project. Why can't you just stick to one project? Why can't I focus? Why does everything feel so much harder than it really should? And I've learned that a lot of people with ADHD have asked themselves pretty much the same questions. And as you can see, I am very passionate about things that I like. And I can get excited about those type of things. But at the same time, I can also get very unexcited and unmotivated about things that do not. So in a way, I will learn everything that I want to learn. I will research everything that I want to research. And sometimes, just as quickly as that kind of stuff can appear, it can also disappear. And for years, I thought that meant that I lacked discipline, when in reality, that was not the case at all. Now I wonder if it's just literally how my brain works. And I think a lot of people don't really understand the emotional side of ADHD, especially as women. People think that it's just all about us forgetting things or us being very easily distracted. But for me, it's a lot of spiraling and feeling a lot of overwhelming feelings. It literally looks like me getting stuck in my own head. But it also can look like me doing so many activities at nighttime just because I cannot literally turn off my own head at night. Honestly, as I get older, it's making me realize how much knowing yourself really matters. So whether I have ADHD or I fit into the perfect diagnosis, or if I'm somewhere in between, learning how my brain works has helped me be more compassionate to myself. So instead of me asking, what's wrong with me? Now I ask myself, how do I need to show up for myself? How do I work? And that has honestly been so much more of a helpful question for me. So maybe the goal is understanding ourselves better to understand what we need and how to work with what we already are. If this sounds familiar to you and you have very similar experiences, I'd love to hear some of your guys' experiences, because I know that I'm not the only one that seems to have 48 plus tabs open in my own head.